Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome to match 25. For the first time this LP, we are playing a Halfling team, an actual Halfling team. They are mutual assured destruction, and they're being piloted by boxwine.
I'm excited.
Right off the bat, we've got a Halfling Master Chef. I don't have rerolls now.
That's fine, you never use them right anyway.
So when you play against a team like Halflings are a team that really likes to play down TV, so they can do stuff like Halfling Master Chef. Normally it costs 300 K in gold, but Halflings can get it for 100K, which is like the price of a bribe. It's not even as much as a team reroll for Halflings. Is that right? Is it 100 or is it 150?
I think it's 150.
Okay. Either way,
even so,
it is cheap, and they can afford to do that, so they can afford to take... He has 6 rerolls, I have 0 rerolls. He is also induced Deep Root Strong Branch.
I love him. He's a tree with spikes on his arms.
Yeah, and on the other side, of course, we have Steve Holt. Steve Holt, the also plus strength block tree man. So
he also has grab. Don't sell him short.
Sure. Yes, he does. And then Artosis Jr. is unfortunately only strength 6. This is actually our first look at tree men. Tree men exist on Halflings, which we saw a only Halfling team, and they exist on Wood Elves. And we saw a team with that. But Wood Elves are not the type of team to take tree men, because they are only 2 movement, they are incredibly slow, and they're not really worth the TV for a fast team in Wood Elves.
Excuse me. I always have a tree man on my Wood Elf team.
That's because you're the funnest haver.
I mean, that is true. I'm also terrible. I think that's the one that we're going with for why I have them on every Wood Elf team.
Sure, fair enough.
Yeah.
So you will note the 5, I believe, Halflings sitting on the sideline. This is a full 16-man roster because Halflings are so cheap. So he's 16 deep, and he can afford Deep Root, who's like, I don't know, like 300.
I think he's more. I think he's actually like 380 or something ridiculous.
Something. I know Morg is like 430, and that he's the most expensive. So Deep Root is not quite 400, but he's still... I believe this team was like clocked in at like 1400 TV, and my team was like 1800.
How is this team still 1800?
Because we are constantly running out of players. We are down 3 players for this match, and we in fact have a loner in the form of Risan Gossum over here on the right by Deep Root.
I hate that name.
That is an elf as hell name.
Oh god, I hope Deep Root just punches him in the dick.
It's probably going to happen. So the good thing about tree men is that while they are Artosis and Steve Holt both have grabs, so if they knock me down, they can sort of like suck me in, but they're only 2 movement, so really, and they don't like stop me from dodging away from them, so really I just dodge away from them and it's fine.
I wish they all had tentacles. The
other players of note on his team, there's a couple scattered. He actually got pretty lucky with doubles rolls, so he has a couple block players. At some point, I kind of think that having too many, like, you just throw one in with strip ball because they're stunty, and that's really useful, or something. But I'm not going to criticize his team building. The other players of note are USA, who is not on the pitch right now. Or is he?
I don't see him.
Oh, there he is. He's right above Suicide Tank.
Oh.
He is Agility 4, which is kind of scary for a stunty player.
Pretty hot.
Yeah, it's almost as good as Agility 5 without stunty. Almost. And Derpy is plus strength, sidestep, jump up, and then plus strength again.
That's a 4-strength halfling.
That halfling is stronger than any of my players.
That halfling he's pretty mighty. I like him. I like his style.
He's quite mighty. Luckily for us, John Wilkes Booth now has dodge, so he can pretty easily escape the 3DBs. Important to note that because of how have we ever discussed how the 3DB works, right? We have, surely.
I don't think we've actually spelled it out, but...
If you have more than double your opponent's strength value, you get to roll a 3DB. So in this case, all these strength 7 trees are going to be throwing 3DBs against my strength 3 linos, like, pretty easily.
Well, I mean, for, like, the 1 block, they'll get to do a turn, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're going to spend the entire game running away like a coward.
They'll get those line of scrimmage blocks after I score, like, every turn.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
So this is going to be a pretty easy touchdown. I don't think I'm going to waste too much time. Like, I guess I could stall if I really wanted to. He can't really... Because he's so slow, I could have just ran up to the top right corner and hung out a turn. Or I can... Should I say I can hang out a turn? The score isn't guaranteed, of course.
Yeah. I don't know. Halflings are... They're halflings. You're going to just dunk on them.
Halflings are halflings. You're so right.
You're gonna put up a 50 burger on them.
Halflings are definitely... That's not even possible. Halflings are halflings. I'll agree with you there.
Yep. The math just checks out. But no, every score is worth 7 points now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's how it works.
If only.
Oh my god, how high would the scores be in some of your games then?
Very high. Luckily, I have a skink killer in... Or, not a skink killer. Well, he's a skink killer, but he's also a stunty killer in Suicide Tanks. So he's already eliminated 2 players, but there's like 5 more on the sideline.
Roll the 6!
The problem here is that because I really wanted to blitz a Suicide Tank real bad, I didn't blitz someone. I should have blitzed someone.
You really should have blitzed someone. Rookie mistake.
So it's gonna, like, I'm considering my options. Do I want to hand off on the shelf? The last 3 times I threw over someone, they rolled a 6 and I got intercepted.
Yeah, so what are the odds that it happens 4 times in a row?
God, if only I had safe throw. So here I'm thinking, like, do I run to the end zone and throw it to him that way? Oh, also important to note that it's raining, so pickups, catches, and interceptions are +1. In this case, interceptions don't really matter, but the catch isn't going to matter for Elrond either, and passes are not affected by rain. I am so scared, though, of the interception that I'm willing to do a GFI and make it a 3DB. That is how scared I am. If I step forward also, because of the weird way that the interception rules are rolled, that would have been an interception. So I have to do the 3+, and I'm going to do it.
Yay.
Look at me being the scaredest. You caught yourself there for a second. You almost broke the wall.
Nope.
Never happened.
It was a fake woo to try to make you drop your guard for a second so I could come back in with that left hook.
Yeah, you almost got me. So he gets a couple of his players back, but he is 4 in reserve.
Oh, good. You got a reroll. Yay!
Yeah. Thank you, assistant coaches. You're truly a credit to the team.
They're so much better than the cheerleaders.
I would agree.
Look at that fucking halfling.
Yeah, that's a great halfling.
That's a ridiculous... I really wish he rolled doubles and got frenzy. Not block, frenzy.
Well, yeah, there are so many great skills. Like that guy is an A+ #1 cage buster. Obviously, the bottleneck is being only agility 3. But he's strength forward. He can go anywhere.
Yeah, he's mighty.
Yeah, he's quite mighty.
He's like a pit bull. He's small, but he's like 130% muscle.
Absolutely.
He's terrifying.
And I can't even, I can kind of mark him with Tina Fey, I guess, but he's just gonna punch me away.
Yeah.
So here we're gonna see Take Root is the skill that treemen, the treeman nega trait. When they roll 2+ on their roll, they take root and they can now no longer move. So Steve Holt is stuck right there. Luckily for him, Boxwine has taken the skill grab, which means that he can just kind of suck me in, and now on the shelf is basically going to be Steve Holt's punching bag for the rest of the match. Or for the rest of the half.
I believe in you, bottom skink.
Or the rest of the drive when he scores, like, in 2 turns from now when he throws teammates right over my head.
Oh, that'd be such a hot play.
Have we seen a throw teammate successfully work?
Nope.
I believe we've seen one. We saw one 2 matches ago?
Yeah, a couple of matches ago, but it didn't do anything. He just, threw a guy, and he got hurt.
Oh, that's right. He coasted that guy right over asshole Tony.
Yeah.
And
he missed, and the guy just, stunned himself, and that was it.
Uh-huh.
We definitely need to see, a halfling rocket that just kills Elrond.
Yeah. It's a lot harder for treemen. Treemen do get strong arm, which is kind of interesting. That helps TTMs out a little bit. But it's a little harder for halflings to throw a teammate touchdown.
Oh. That's, good for you.
Yeah, the short kickoff was really helpful. We don't have the loose cannon in this match because he's minus movement, so I didn't have kick. But the short kickoff really helped because he fumbled it thanks to the rain. Or did he just roll a 1? I wasn't really looking.
1.
No, the rain actually helped on the first one because it made him use the reroll. But then he rolled a 1.
Yeah.
So thanks for the rain, and now I can just kind of strip this ball free and see where it lands.
It doesn't matter where it lands. You got this ball.
It's not guaranteed that I score. There's actually a lot of places this ball can go.
No, 100% going to score.
Not this turn. I'll score eventually.
No, you can score from here.
That's pretty nifty.
Oh.
That's not quite as nifty.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Yappo's Norse?
Yappo's Norse, the 5th, or the 6th.
Yeah. I'm kind of trying to figure out what this naming gimmick is on his team.
I think it's just kind of a hodgepodge of things.
It's just things.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
There's a it's kind of a stream of consciousness naming scheme.
A 6-strength wolf? No, really?
No, really, it's a 6-strength wolf. A Super Bowl shuffle on the sideline, obviously. He's not here to cause any trouble. I'm going to mark the ball carrier with Tina Fey, and I'm going to put Rip Guy in that position right there. This is kind of like chain pushy territory, but at the same time, Rip Guy is there to provide guard, and Tina Fey is there to be Tina Fey. We all know what Tina Fey's about.
Yeah, she tricks your opponent into forgetting that shadowing exists. That's all she does.
Yeah, I have a feeling boxwine isn't going to forget that shadowing exists, because he actually pointed out that I have more diving tackle than he does, which is kind of a thing that, because
he has none.
Yeah, because halflings are so stunty, you would normally want at least one of them with diving tackle, but he was so good at rolling block that he just took all the block.
Yeah, that's a better plan.
I would advise it.
Yeah.
Luckily, on the shellfish is going to be a hero and take a 3db to the face, and then take another 3db. Oh, well. This one isn't going to be taken as gracefully, but he's probably not dead, right?
No, he's dead. Rest in peace.
He lived a good life, but
he
he
sucks.
Oh, also, all the trees have Mighty Blow, so they just get that straight off the bat. Which means that you can afford to take things like guard, or take things like grab. You don't need guard. Artosis Jr. has guard, but you don't really need guard because they're so high strength. But it allows you to take things like grab because you already get Mighty Blow for free.
You get jump up and piling on. That's how you build a tree.
That's true. A fun thing about trees, because they're only movement 2, it costs 3 movement to stand up. I don't know if we've ever explicitly said that. So that's like when players stand up and they can't move their full movement. That's why that is. If you're below that, you actually have to roll a 4+. And if you fail the 4+, you can't stand up. So if, by some miracle of miracles, one of these trees hits the ground, which is basically impossible because I'm not going to be punching a tree. So if one of them falls down, he actually has to roll dice to try to stand up again.
You should punch a tree just to make sure, like, just to instill a little bit of fear into it.
Just to prove that I'm a real man and I mean business.
Yeah, just dedicate like 8 elves to it. Have Tina Fey run up and just like drop kick the tree. I mean, that tree's not going to do anything to you from then on.
So Deep Root there by himself. Let's think about the logistics of punching him. I have strength 3.
You need 5 assists.
I would need 5 assists. So I would need 6 players surrounding Deep Root. And in fact, I can do that.
You'd need Deep Root to be on his own with none of his allies near him to fuck up tackle zones too.
Yeah. So take John Wilkes Boot, take my loner, take whoever's back there.
Yeah,
that would be Elrond. Take Rip Bottom Skink, take Suicide Tank, and then Blitz with the Dragon, of course.
Oh.
And so that would leave like 4 or 5 people here to secure the left side of the line.
You should totally do it.
I'm gonna think about it.
Well, it's like when you play Little League Baseball, and your uncle would always tell you to hit the first batter so they're afraid of you.
I don't think anyone else had that experience.
Well, I hit batters a lot. And then I wasn't allowed to play pitcher anymore.
Sure.
There was no link between those two things.
Life in the Berg life.
Yep. That rough life in the western suburbs of Chicago.
So this is a gigantic patch of halflings, and the tree men are all over here on the side, which is pretty good. Here's Wait. I rolled 2 more. Why not? Why not roll skull push?
That's the Superberg dice.
That is so close to a sextuple skull. I wish offhand I had the numbers. The odds of rolling 6 ones in a row.
1291 and 1296.
Sure, there it is. That's not a great scatter.
Well, that's only 4.
Yeah, well, it would be 1 and yeah. So it would be 6 to the 6th, whatever that is. It's a big number. It'd be a big number. We can barely count to 5, let alone do 6 to the 6th.
I just did 6 to the 4. Because I was thinking about it earlier. Yeah.
Sure. This is not a great scatter. It hit Artosis, and I was kind of confident because obviously L. Ron Hubbard could have just picked it up in a tackle zone on a 3+, no big deal. No rerolls, no problem. Again, I should point out I have no rerolls. Not because of my own competence, but because of the way the dice have been... The Halfling Master Chef has been rolled.
The Gordon Ramsay?
Correct.
Yep. No! Stop hurting the halflings I love!
There are so many on the sideline. Like, at this point, it doesn't even matter.
And none of your elves have gotten hurt.
Nope.
These trees need to step up their game.
They definitely need to step up their game. The best I can really do is... Maybe I could have put, like, Suicide Tank Oh, see, there's a start. Rip bottom skink. The best I could have maybe put Suicide Tank on the ball, so right now the pickup is pretty not difficult, but I decided that I would be better off just kind of building this little wall, and that way if he would have blitzed like Suicide Tank or John Wilkes Boot, I could have actually stepped in a position to be on the ball.
Yeah, this is that's a well protected ball.
Yes, I am not getting to that ball anytime soon. I am at this point just waiting for him to fail the pickup. That's
your plan now?
That is the plan now.
I don't really know what else you do against 3 trees staring at a football, but
I slowly back away.
No, you've earned this one. All right, you've got it.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun. What happens if he just picks it up with Deep Root and just runs it in at Peyton Manning speed?
At this speed, I don't actually think Deep Root could score from there.
With double GFI every turn, I think he could.
It would be really close.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it'd only take 4 turns of movement. He could do it.
Well, he can't do it now because he already moved Deep Root.
Yeah. What a shame. That would have been the hottest of Blood Bowl plays. You don't have any strip ball, do you?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do have one. Yeah.
Yes. I would throw the -3 DV every day of the week.
Yeah, that's fair. I just want to see a big-ass tree man running around with a football. That's all I want.
Have you ever seen the Tree Man touchdown animation?
No.
It's pretty... That's not that exciting, actually. But it's pretty cool to have seen it.
I like big guy touchdowns.
Yeah.
I like Yeti touchdowns.
Yeti touchdowns. We saw a troll touchdown, didn't we?
Yep, we did, and he ate the ball.
Just straight up ate the ball.
Yep. That's fine. He's just deflating it.
Mm-hmm.
But that troll is Tom Brady.
I saw what you were doing, and I decided to not acknowledge it.
That's fine. You don't have to. I'm gonna acknowledge it myself.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna stop you from living out your dreams. So this ball's pretty well protected.
Except the dragon's on the guy. Oh no, that's a space below. Never mind.
Yeah, the dragon could clear a strength 6 wolf. No, really. And then I could theoretically kind of make my way through there, but this first block fails, and
yeah, this is just a thick patch of small people.
Mm-hmm. I was considering trying to surfing PMJ2 and backing up a little bit.
I like it. You should always surf.
But the sidestep's going to make this a little harder. Oh, and I was punching Derpy, the strength 4 halfling, because I feel that I should.
Oh, always. Like I said, you have to put the fear in him.
Exactly. If I could get that player out, that would be great. Oh, Suicide Tank is 2 SPP from level. That's exciting.
Sweet. And Suicide Tank's also AV7.
Mm-hmm.
And has a Death Wish.
Yes, that's true. Oh, I can actually get in there now that I look at it.
Yeah. Can you get in there? Can you?
Yes.
All right.
It would take John Wilkes Boot to make this dodge over to stand next to Deep Root. Again, the problem with kind of getting in these cages like this is that it ends up that you leave a bunch of your players standing next to other players, but it's for the most part fine because the players I'm standing next to are halflings. So here comes big frenzy time.
Woohoo!
No rerolls, no problem.
Okay.
Got it.
Got no rerolls, no problem indeed.
Exactly.
Why did you hit dwarves? Dwarves are our friends.
I really like punching dwarves in the face.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
The only real problem is that it's standing next to Derpy, who has, I believe, sidestep, correct? And also, just being strength 4.
And jump up. He's ready to go.
Yeah, so even if I knock him down, he gets up again.
Oh. No.
I'm so sorry.
You're never going to keep him down, Nu.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, Chumbawamba existed.
I am going to keep him down with Wrestle, though, because it's the best skill.
No, he's just going to get back up. We just went over this.
Sure. Agility 5 makes this a 3+ because of the rain, so fingers crossed.
Nice.
But it works out.
That's, he meant to do that.
It's such a shame that ends your turn.
Yeah, no, it's something like that. The game should just be like, you know what? You've got this one. Just let you
go ahead, kid.
Yeah.
I got you. Nuffle's looking down from on high. It's like, I got you, son.
Nuffle pops up in the corner of your screen like Buddy Jesus and Dogma. Just shoots you the finger pistols and disappears. What is this tree doing?
He's gonna blitz Hayberg.
No, that's the wrong tree!
Luckily, these trees don't have Loner, because they're a integral member of the team.
These trees suck.
He has no problem rerolling. Yeah, these trees kind of suck.
He has 2 deep roots, and they haven't done anything yet.
Berg, did you spot the error?
What? No.
Derpy has jump up.
Yeah, no, we mentioned that already.
Well, you can just punch Elrond in the face.
Yeah.
He stood up and didn't.
Oh. That's wrong.
Yeah, that is. He's strength 4, so I mean, like the odds of knocking down a blodger are still whatever they are for a 2DB, but you kind of have to at some
11
point.
out of 36.
You have to throw the block for the sake of throwing the block.
Yeah.
But he forgot.
Oy.
And now I have to engage in legal proceedings with Boxwine.
Legal proceedings?
Yeah, because he said to sue him.
Oh.
So Yapos Norris decides that he's going to be the one to be the hero, but because he doesn't have block, he turns over.
Yeah, that's that was less than ideal.
Mm-hmm.
The halfling ran into the big man and
Yes.
gave himself a concussion.
Yes, he did.
So he's dead now. Okay, just a little bit of a what is it, a zinger?
A zinger, sure. We'll call that a zinger.
That's what the isn't that what they call like the baby concussions?
I don't know. Babies get concussions? I don't want to think about that.
NFL players always never mind.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, Elrond doesn't roll 2 ones in a row, so things are looking pretty good here.
Yeah, it's almost like you're gonna score again against a gimmick team. What a surprise!
Almost, but not quite.
Not quite. You're not gonna score here. Or you're gonna have a heart attack.
There are ways that I can be stopped.
No, there aren't.
Like a halfling projectile.
Yeah, I mean that is true. You got that actually.
So I'm gonna get another 3DB off against the blodger. That's not great.
Yeah, it's fine. What you should do is let Tina Fey keep taking 3DBs.
Tina Fey has proven to be exemplary at 3DBs. 3DBs are too easy, so Tina Fey just kind of slacks off and lets the skulls happen.
Just phones it in.
It's good that I'm getting all these skull rolls out of the way. Like, that was... Rolling those dice was, like, the only way I could have survived rolling 5 ones in a row, other than, like, armor breaks or something, because that's a lot of ones in a row.
Yep. But it worked out fine, like always.
Sure.
So...
Oh, here's a fun interaction of skills that we're probably never going to see again. If you punch a sidestepper with grab, you cancel out sidestep. So suicide tank can be punched normally. That's super useful for if you want to surf a sidestepper.
Yeah, but I don't think I've ever taken grab on a player ever.
It's a good skill. Well, it's a fine skill for high strength players.
I don't play a team that would really benefit from it. I mean, I guess maybe like a role player on a lizard team, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Chaos Warriors can make some use out of grab. Black Orc Blizzards can make some use out of grab, but it looks like Artosis Jr. is going to try to.
Oh, he fumbled him.
Now, actually, Derpy makes a pretty dangerous projectile because he has jump up, and because he's strength 4. So that's kind of the game plan with throwing Derpy around.
Eat shit, suicide tank.
Is that it's okay if he hits the turf? It's okay because he could just pop right up as long as he doesn't die or whatever. It's okay that he can just pop right up and.
I actually never thought
blitz.
about that. That's incredible. Just throwing just a really, really angry little Danny DeVito guy.
Yeah, except for he's fucking ripped.
Yeah.
He's fucking huge.
Danny DeVito that never skipped leg day.
Exactly.
Just running around.
I mean, for as short as he is, he's like 60% leg.
Yep, that's true. Oh no.
Ever just want to kill yourself?
He falls over.
He falls over.
Now, these guys are not having such a good day so far.
No, they're not.
They're kind of just flailing about ineffectually while elves do whatever elves want to do.
I've also constructed a tube of suffering.
A tube of suffering?
Yeah. I'm gonna surf a halfling just because.
I'm just sitting here. Tube of Suffering sounds like a really bad band.
Mm-hmm. It's my metalcore band. Do you want to join?
Yeah, I'll definitely join. Can I just like eat hot dogs?
Why would you just eat hot dogs?
Because they're tubes of suffering.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that's true.
I love hot dogs. Please don't get mad at me for saying that, hot dog.
So I'm trying to, and like I'm sort of slowly realizing the logistics of throwing a 2DB or even a 1DB against Deeproot at this point. It's just not doable.
You just have to do it though.
I would have to bring Rip Guy down, and then I would have to throw a 1DB.
Coward.
I'm a coward. I'm a coward who scored a touchdown.
Yeah, who cares? That's not how real people win Blood Bowl games.
By scoring more points than their opponents?
Yeah, no, that's how cowards win.
Well, fair enough. I'm a coward who is going to win.
Yep.
And that's okay.
Wow,
But again,
spoilers.
I'm
Wow.
up 2-0. Come on. What is this?
In my opinion, they should just abduct an elf and put them into the chef's giant cauldron.
Uh-huh.
Just cook an elf alive.
Yeah.
Do you think the elves would be more intimidated just looking at a bunch of halflings over there just eating elf leg?
Oh, cool. I got another reroll. They would... I don't know. The rate at which my elves normally die... Like, I don't think... At this point, I don't think seeing a... is there a term for... losing a limb? Not decapitated, but... Like a similar... Sure. Like a D-legged elf, I think they would not bat an eyelash at.
Yeah, probably not. You're right.
The way that halflings really start to win is, well, obviously not getting scored on twice. That doesn't really help. But the way they actually really do a good job at winning is by tree men just, like, laying ruin to your opponents, which he's not had a particularly good job.
Hey, he got 1 KO.
He got 1 KO.
On a bad elf.
Mm-hmm. I can punch halflings all I want at this point. Like, these halflings, it don't really matter. They help the drive out because that's a couple less opponents, but he has so many reserves that trying to bring him down to lower than 11 players is basically a fool's errand.
How is he not even breaking armor, though?
I don't know. With Mighty Blow, you should really be breaking AV7 a little more than this.
Yeah, like, these trees are running around with, like... Did you ever play with those Hulk hand toys?
Sure.
Like, they just have those on. They're just running around just beating you in the face with foam mitts.
And those have to be really big Hulk hands, because if you've seen how big those tree man hands are...
So big. They're like the size of a Volvo.
They actually are just like the size of halflings.
Oh, no. No, that joke, no.
Nope, don't even say it.
No.
I have linked with you telepathically, and I know what you want to say.
It's just halfling gloves.
Yeah.
Just beating away on people.
I really don't want to imagine that.
It takes some months to train to just do so much stretching.
Don't say stretching. Tree men used to be the scariest unit in the game because of how big they were, but they kind of got outdone by the Bloodletter.
Oh, the
Bloodthirster, I'm sorry.
Bloodthirster's such a good hero, though. He's a hero. He's not a unit. He's a hero.
Yeah, sure. The Bloodthirster is a strength point. Is that the correct term? He's a point of strength lower than tree men, but he's like he makes them look like children.
Dude, he's way bigger, and he's faster, and he has wings.
Mm-hmm. At this point, I kind of realized that it's turn 8, so like really the thing that I should be doing here is, as improbable as it is for him to get the TTM touchdown at this point, that's basically what I should be protecting against.
Just let him go for it. Just end turn, dodge your elves away, end turn.
So I've actually spent a fair amount of time trying to make a throw teammate underworld team work, and the logistics of throw teammate is obviously at this point he needs to hand off to one of his players, succeed all the rolls that go into picking up a player, throwing him, and then when you throw someone, the game treats it like an inaccurate pass. So the ball can scatter, or the player, I guess, in this point can scatter up to, I believe, 3 squares.
Mm-hmm.
And you can only throw quick or short passes. So he can only throw like 6 squares out, and the player can scatter up to 3 squares. So at this point, for a 5 movement player with 2 going for it, he needs to get like the full scatter from the line of scrimmage, and then not fail the GFIs and not fall over, and also get the ball in his player's hands in the rain.
Basically, it's almost guaranteed that this is going to work.
Sure. I actually kind of miscounted myself a little bit. I should have dropped my whole line at least 1 square back. To land is actually an agility roll that gets modified by the number of tackle zones you're in. So if he landed in a tackle zone, that could make it a little more harder. As impossible as this is already.
I actually didn't know it took TZs into effect at all.
Yeah, I could be talking out my ass, but I'm like almost fairly sure that it actually does.
Well, I'm garbage at this game and know no rules, so...
Mm-hmm. We'll just wait for the thread to correct me.
We'll wait for Jadestar to call you a fucking idiot again.
Yeah, sure. You could actually probably look at the dice roll, so...
oh my god! Oh my god!
He did it.
Oh, he's fucking doing it.
He just he did it.
Sandwich time!
And now it's sandwich time. I can't even be mad because that fucking rules.
I'm all about sandwiches, though.
And that's the first half, so we'll see you guys for the second one.
Bye!